Well, here we are with everything very much to play for. Win this one and they're going up. Incentives do not come much simpler or sweeter than that one. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It all.
Okay, I'm probably going to be accused of fullback bias again, Peter, but Giuliano Belletti is someone I see as having a key role.
Your type of player?
Yeah, he's very competent defensively, first and foremost. He knows that's his job, so he's not the type that's going to be constantly rushing up and down the flank at 100 miles per hour, delivering crosses.
Can he latch on to this?
Oh, good take and a good air of him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart.
Oh, what a climb! Yes, it's there! They have done it! They are level! You raise your game and we raise ours. Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the runner. Gerrard. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. He's shifting through the gears here. Ruben Neves. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Knocks it into space.
Owen really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well, that looks a decent ball. And this is Owen. Vitinha. Messi. He's had it taken off him. Szoboszlai is someone with real dynamite in his boots. And it's Messi. Engages and forces him off the ball. Bellingham puts his foot on the gas. Robertson. Bellingham. Foot in. Gerrard. Now, can they get him away? And he cuts out the supply. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Threads one in. Oh, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And he's quick to get it clear again. And it's Rivaldo. Chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Owen. Vitinha. And it's Forlan. And he welcomes it in. He's picked his way through. And the shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
And he's had it nicked away. Looking for the run. Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide. Now it's Forlan. Rivaldo. For Szoboszlai. Ekitike. This is Owen. Closing in on goal. Vitinha. Gerrard.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Rivaldo. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Just 5 minutes left until the break. He is through here. Can he get it through? Picked out brilliantly. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And they're back on the ball again. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Oh, this looks sharp. Great defending, strong and determined.
There will be
Neatly clipped into space. And they can counter here. He has a look up. He's having a shot! Vitinha has been caught there, it's a foul. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half. Ruben Neves! Now, who's going to be first to this? And the half-time whistle goes. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. The midway point of the game.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. There's the whistle then to start the second half. Luis Skelly. Here's Vitinha. And here's Forlan. Bellingham. That is good alertness. Now it's Messi. Indonesia have it back and can go again. And it's made its way to him. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. This to complete the turnaround. The comeback is complete. And he does it with ice in his veins.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Indonesia go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Very nicely done. Bellingham has a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And he's being shifted off it. Forlan. Looking for options for movement. He's got away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Forlan being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
That has been cut short. That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, he's found support out wide. Ah, such a clever touch. An instinctive delivery. And that was very necessary.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, that's well spotted. Szoboszlai. Gerrard is in a really good position out wide.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Owen, given the lift of his goal, he's beaten the last man. And he was quick to react. Ekitike, great chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Lewis Skelly gets rid without sophistication. And it's Conte. He's going for goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Substitution.
And we have our very first corner. Bellingham! And now they can spring out of defence. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. He could be in here. Now it's Mbappe. Indonesia are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Now it's Vitinha. Just eases him off the ball. And he's managed to get free. And the pass is intercepted.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Gets a good foot in there. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Hazard. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Can he spark a counter here? Now that's well seen too. Indonesia can feel it. Promotion now frighteningly close, but they're having to navigate around some pretty stubborn opposition here.
It's tempting to say, Peter, they're making things harder for themselves by not killing off the game when they had the chance.
And he's had a hit! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Gerrard. And this is Forlan.
Oh, great feat, that.
Oh, he's burst through. Baresi promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
2 added
And it's
minutes has
Hazard.
been indicated.
And here's Forlan. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Driving on and making good progress. Now it's Szoboszlai. And that's it. Indonesia are going up. And now they can dream. Forlan voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Indonesia really were brilliant today, Peter. To produce a performance like this in a game that could have a massive outcome on the team's future, those players have every reason to be proud of themselves and deserve every bit their status.
So thank you very much. Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. Takes a shot! Oh, super goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! The ideal start!
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
3 minutes is number 32.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Indonesia are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Alexander-Arnold. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Luis Enrique. And it's Calhanoglu. Barella. And Akanji. Spread out to the left. And it's DiMarco. Looking for a runner. It's a promising position. Ruben Neves. Vitinha. And it's Messi. Martinez. Barella. Luis Enrique. Thuram. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Forlan going full tilt down the left. Messi. Caresses it through. Brilliantly cut out.
Messi really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And here's Lautaro Martinez. Martinez finds himself offside. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Calhanoglu does well to stand firm and defend it.
Indonesia are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And here's Thuram. Out to the left it goes. And he's got it. Header! It's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking them up? I think the boss won't be amused. Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
DiMarco. Played into space. Now that's well seen too. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
He is through here. Cross into the box. And that has been cleared. What a throw in. Barella approaching the half-hour mark. Calhanoglu. Forlan.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Calhanoglu. That pass isn't the best. Ruben Neves to Gerrard. Vitinha, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lewis Skelly. Oh, this looks sharp. Threads one in. Well, that looks a decent... He's having a shot! Yes! Just one goal in it now! Game on! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Indonesia get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Lovely bit of skill. And he lines up a cross. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. So what can they make of this? Vitinha. Indonesia are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. DiMarco. And it's Zielinski. Martinez. Distributed tidily. Vitinha. Quality ball. And Lewis Skelly. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Messi picks it up out wide. Good read, needed to be.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Luis Enrique. And he's forced to go back. And play cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Well spotted.
And it's Calhanoglu. And it's DiMarco. And the first 45 minutes are up. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time.
And
Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Everyone, please welcome the two sides.
Here we go again then.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage, be brave, and Let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
That's good play. Barella. Messi, given the lift of his goal. Forlan. Tries to pass it. And the finish! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
DiMarco. For Luis Enrique. Now it's Turan. Gerrard. Searching pass he's played there. Chips it through. Just goes for a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Çalhanoğlu. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. And it's DiMarco. And it's Zielinski. Spread neatly. Very nicely done. Barella. Cross goes in there. Luis Skelly getting this one clear. DiMarco plays it short. He's had a shot! Oh, that's neat. And it's played in here.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Ambitious ball here. Crosses in it, climbs up big! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Pinches it off him. Luis Skelly did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Gerrard, very much a man of this moment. Alexander-Arnold. Nicely weighted ball. And he's in on shoots! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
Bastoni attempts a clearance. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. should get the job done. Who saw this coming?
He must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
Inter Milan can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Messi! Oh, crossbar! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Zielinski, Barella. It's a pretty loose pass.
Inter really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And he's quick to get it clear again. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Gerrard gets into some space. Tries a shot! A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Inter Milan go in search of a late winner. Ruben Neves, the puppet master, looking to pull the strings. There's no flag. Good ball, good. Can he finish? Oh, what about that? And that...
More decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Indonesia complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary...
Chance! Oh, crossbar! That's really well manoeuvred. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Indonesia can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom, and to wish you all a very good evening.
And now, to all members of the crowd, I'd like to ask you to join me in wishing our birthday boy a very special birthday.
Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Yamal. Probing pass. And he's there to clear it. Van Dijk clears it away. Wriggles his way through. Rafinha picks it up out wide. Ferran Torres! And that's a superb piece of defending. Rashford with the short one.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Balde. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Koundé goes steaming forward. De Jong, there's a searching pass. Referee's given a throw. Now it's Yamal. Ah, lovely feet. Rafinha. And it's De Jong. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Rafinha plays it short. He's had a shot! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Koundé. And he's picked it up out wide. Lewis Skelly did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. There they go, hunting in packs.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Very nicely done. Rafinha plays, shoots! That's really well manoeuvred. Rashford. Still goalless at the moment. Rafinha. And here's Ferran Torres.
Ferran Torres really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That is good strength. That's a good ball out wide. Skims one in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Indonesia have it back and can go again. Threads one in. Eric Garcia. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
And it's Messi. Forlan touches it back.
Well, he just didn't have a
decent chance! Yes, it's there! It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
After 32 minutes is number 9, Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
Eric Garcia. Yamal. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rafinha. And it's Rashford. Played back in. And he's on his way! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Well, there's the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Messi. He has found the way through. Searching pass he's played there. Big chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. Climbs up big! He's missed, but not by that far. Rashford. Rafinha. And Kubasi deftly out wide. It's a pretty loose pass. And the first half is done. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I think, on the whole, the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Indonesia, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And we are back underway. Indonesia carrying a one-goal lead. Yamal. Oh, nice touch. De Jong. Now it's Rashford. Now, who's going to be first to this? He's played it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
De Jong. And it's made its way to... It's Rashford! Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Vitinha. Lewis Skelly, who's set up one goal so far. Can he latch on to this? Messi. That is lovely. How Kubasi gets a foot in here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Indonesia are still that goal to the good. De Jong. Rashford. Oh, such a clever touch. Gerrard. Alexander-Arnold. Looking to play him in. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rafinha. Eric Garcia. And Rafinha. He's in space and looking for options. Yamal's he's got tall. Went with his head but couldn't steer it in. Now it's Messi. Vitinha is onto this. Oh, shooting chance! They've scored! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Cleared without complication. And smartly reclaimed. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's certainly onside here. He's gone for goal! Oh, that is very close.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Messi. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And it's Gerrard. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. That's good running with the ball. Ferran Torres. Now it's Yamal. Gerrard. Just eases him off the ball. Rafinha. Played out to the right. Ruben Neves. Eric Garcia. 75 minutes played. And it's Balde. And it's Rashford. Eric Garcia. And it's De Jong. Out to the right. Now it's Yamal. He is through here. Ruben Neves with the clearance. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Vitinha, now looking to orchestrate a counter. Messi. Here's Vitinha. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Indonesia have time on their side now, as well as a 2-goal lead. It is just about done. Rashford, lovely feet. Vitinha, oh, good-looking ball. And it's Lewis Skelly. And this is Forlan. Cross flung in towards the middle.
Well, it was a really good thing he was on standby.
And claimed it back swiftly. Lewis Skelly. And that will be it. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Indonesia come here to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
I'd like to draw your attention to the screen right now for information on our shuttle bus service.
Indonesia are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply...
Just the goalkeeper to beat. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
This guy, Ruben Neves, has an eye for the spectacular, but his main role is to be that pivot in midfield, doing all the dirty, ugly work that goes unnoticed, and he'll be covering a lot of ground in front of his defence, something he's very good at, in fact. But every now and again, he'll throw in a humdinger.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, nice touch. Alexander-Arnold. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Olise. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? And the shot's on here.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And he's got the beating of his man. Koundé looking for the run. Olise in acres of space out wide. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And that's a good ball. Back towards the middle. Gerrard. Messi. Gerrard. Oh, they could break here. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And it's Forlan. Now it's Messi. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Chooses to go crossfield. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a pretty loose pass. Approaching the half-hour mark. De Bruyne can so cleverly bypass the press. There's a sharp little ball here. Olise was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That pass isn't the best. Quality ball. Looking for options for movement. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Olise. Messi. Now, can they get him away? Out to the left it goes. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Foot in. Oh, it's come loose. Diaz. Well, that looks a decent ball. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. And there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. He shifted it to the flank. Back into the middle. Oh, that was vital. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That's been slipped through. Oh, that is a good... Goes for a shot! Oh, nearly, but not quite. Indonesia with the corner, they're first. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he shoots! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And now a sudden chance to counter. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Now it's Forlan. Indonesia have got it back and they'll have another go. Well, and that is going to be the final action of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. And we are up to the break.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Indonesia have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
De Bruyne. Over to the left. It's a promising position. Thinks about the shot. And he's gone backward here. That's really well manoeuvred. A probing pass. That is a great pick out. Face to face with the chance, surely! And he's done it!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Indonesia have taken the lead.
And talk about the perfect time to score.
And the finish! Oh, what has happened here? He's had a shot! Mbappe! Oh, how good is that? He's got himself an absolute